Do this video since it's Christmas time. I want to tell y'all. So I know I always talk about growing up poor and growing up in the 90s, but I want to tell y'all my first and only Christmas as a child when I just okay. So when I was growing up, I realized now my mama was like that because she couldn't afford to have Christmas. So instead of us having Christmas, we used to eat good. Now I give her that. My mom used to hit a lick and hustle up, and we used to eat really good on Christmas. I give her that. And I mean, my whole childhood wasn't like horrible. We were just really poor. And I remember me and my brother started when we started school. I think we was about in the first, I think this was the first grade. It's either kindergarten or the first grade. And like, I would say this, when we was in elementary school, like our first years, you didn't know we was poor. We didn't look too homely, but we didn't have a lot of stuff. We didn't have a lot of clothes. But anyway, I remember it was Christmas time and we were having a Christmas party, and we was doing some kind of Santa activity. And my mama has never told me this, but I overheard her saying this. And I remember you know how kids are over here, grown-ups talking and saying stuff. And I remember she used to have this saying when the little kids used to be around, or like somebody was like, "What you doing for Christmas? What you doing for the kids for Christmas?" And she would say this. She used to be like, "Ain't no white man coming to the hood in no red uniform, in no red Santa Claus suit, talking about jumping down somebody chimney, giving somebody a gift. That nigga get shot over here." Now my mom used to say that all the time. And so I used to hear her saying it. So one time we was in school and I had said, one of the girls in school was like, "What are you?" I remember it was Jessica. I don't even know if Jessica remember this. And anybody that go to school with me, just let me finish telling y'all. Oh, that was good. Got my water. My daughter, I know my water cup look a mess, but my daughter got me this cup for my birthday. Okay. And I know my water cup been through, but my baby got me this cup for my birthday, y'all. Okay, so I'm gonna tell y'all about this Christmas. I was on Jessica part. To this day, I don't even think that my classmate. Anyway, so I had said that to her because she was asking me. Jessica was sitting next to me in class, and she was asking me, "What you get for Christmas?" I was like, "Nothing." And she was like, "What you mean?" And I was like, "My mom don't buy Christmas gifts." She said, "What, y'all don't believe in Santa Claus?" And I said, "Ain't no white man coming to our neighborhood in no red suit." And I said it loud. So I said, "Ain't no white man coming to our neighborhood in no red suit, jumping down our chimney." I said, "We ain't even got no chimney. And if he get on our roof, he gonna get shot. You can't even wear red in our neighborhood. He'll get shot coming in our neighborhood like that." And she was like, quiet. And like, everybody was like quiet. And I was so like, I was very ignorant. And I didn't understand that I wasn't supposed to say that. So, out of nowhere, Miss Hilliker, I can stand that lady, but I would say that was what she had did was the best thing she had ever, the best thing she could have ever done for me. She said, "Hey, don't say that out loud anymore." I said, "Okay." And I remember after lunch, this lady, this chubby lady came in, and she put you in the mind of Granny. Y'all remember the Looney Tunes Granny? So she put you in the mind of Granny. And y'all, I think the name of that movie, Madeline. I can't remember. Maybe it wasn't Madeline, but it was a movie with a little girl she had like a teacher, and the teacher was like a shot put thrower. I forgot it was a shot put thrower, and the teacher was mean, and she ended up getting this nice teacher. Well, it was a counselor. It was a counselor, and she put you in the mind of the good teacher. The good teacher in that movie. I can Matilda. I think it was Matilda. I think that was the name of the movie. Well, you know, you had the bad teacher, the teacher that do the shot put, and then you had the really good teacher. Where my teacher told me, she said, Miss Hilliker, the meanest, she wasn't mean, she was prejudiced. She was very prejudiced against little black girls. But she went to the counselor, and she told the counselor what I had said, and her name was Miss Guffin. And if y'all ever saw, I think it was the name of that movie, Matilda, the good teacher, that white lady, you remember the lady with the shot put that was bad, and then you had the lady, that good teacher, that was Miss Guffin. I remember when I had found out she had passed away, and I remember finding out when she had passed. I found out because I was in another country, so I didn't know, and my brother had told me. But that lady helped me. That I would say this, that counselor, at all the lowest times in my life, she would come out of nowhere. I don't know how. I don't know if God was sending her to me. Every time where I was at my lowest in my life, that counselor was just there. Like, even when I became an adult. Like, even when not when an adult, but when I was in high school. But I'm going to tell you the first time she was there, y'all, this is a real Christmas story. I remember, y'all remember Miss Hilliker, the teacher I told y'all that was prejudiced. She told me, she said, hey, the counselor is going to come and get you. And I said, yeah, okay. I ain't think nothing of it. And she came in, and she said, hey, baby, how you doing? I said, hey. And I said, hey. And she said, and I was looking at her weird because I thought I was in trouble. She said, what's this business you don't believe in Santa? I said, I ain't say didn't believe in Santa. I just said Santa don't come to the hood. He wouldn't come, he'll get shot coming to the hood. She said, I want you to never say that again, okay? And she took out a sheet of white paper. And she said, I want you to write everything you want for Christmas on this paper. And I looked at the paper, and I looked at her, and I started crying. And she said, why are you crying? I said, I don't know how to write it, but can I just tell you to get something from my brother, because he like G.I. Joe. She said, you got a brother? I said, yeah, I got a twin. She said, oh my God, it's two of you? I said, yeah, it's two of me. I love my brother, and he like G.I. Joe, and I want to get him G.I. Joe. She said, what's your brother's name? And I said, my brother named Jeray. And she said, holy crap, y'all rhymed. And I said, yeah, Sheree and Jeray, like that. And she says, okay. And she go get my brother. And I call my brother Junior. No one on this thing can call my brother Junior. Y'all hear me? So y'all can't, and it's a story behind it too. So no one can call my brother Junior. Anyway, that lady said, I want you to write down everything you want for Christmas. And I got a personal line to Santa, and we gonna make it happen. I said, I want Barbie everything. She said, write it down. I said, I can't. I don't know how. And she said, Jeray, do you know how to write it down? He said, yeah, I know how to write it down. But he said, lady, you for real? You gonna get us stuff for Christmas? And she said, no, I ain't getting you nothing for Christmas. I know Santa. And she said, Santa is gonna get it for you. And Junior looked over me. He said, Sheree, I think that lady lying. I said, write it down, Junior. And Junior wrote down I wanted Barbie, everything. Y'all, back then, I'm gonna be honest, I had a color thing. I used to think white people were like magic, because every time, even if you were pretty, if you were black, to me, you was in a bad way. So you wasn't pretty or nothing. I used to think white people were floating when I was like a little girl. You know what I'm saying? I used to think just white people got everything that they wanted. And Miss Guffin was a white lady, but like all white people weren't mean to me. It's just that I had a lot of bad experience, and I just used to always see white people winning. And so he wrote down everything, and I say and we let it alone. We forgot about it, right, y'all? I say it was the last week before Christmas break. It was like a day before Christmas break. We were having a Christmas party, and I remember. It was about 2 days before Christmas break. I remember the day before Christmas break, that lady said, my teacher said, Shay, you never turned in your gift. And I was like, I don't have no money. She said, don't worry about it. I said, my mama said she ain't got no money to give nobody a Christmas gift. So she said, don't worry about it like that. You know what I'm saying? And I remember my mom didn't have no money, but she got these big candy canes. My mom used to try to make everything right. I love my mama for that. She got these big jumbo candy canes, right? And she put 3 candy canes together, and she wrapped it. And the candy canes like this big, and she got like a strawberry one. She got like y'all remember the big candy canes, not the mint ones, but the ones that taste like candy. And she wrapped them together and put a bow on it. And I was scared to take it because I thought people was gonna be like, I cheated because my mom just wrapped candy canes. And I remember getting up that next morning, and I don't know what had happened, but when we got up, y'all, we had this little bitty Christmas tree, about this little. And I remember that next day, that same day after I went to the counseling, my teacher, the one that was prejudiced, she came to class, and she said, before class get out, you come to me. And I did. And that teacher that was mean, to me, she gave me a mini Christmas tree, and it had little ornaments in it. It had a little bed skirt. And I remember taking it home, and I was like, Mom, look, we got a Christmas tree. And I thought my mom was like, we're gonna be like, get that shit out of here. She said, okay. I set it up. I was kind of shocked. She was like, okay, set it up. And maybe my mama knew something I didn't know. I don't know what. But I remember that next morning we woke up, y'all, it was damn near 100 gifts under that Christmas tree. It was so many gifts under that Christmas tree. It wasn't even Christmas, but I had cried because I was like, Mama, what are the gifts that I need to take to the Christmas party? And she said, it's under the tree. My mama asleep. That one thing, my mama didn't get up in the morning. Y'all ass better get yourselves to school. And she said, it's under the tree. So my mama I went under the tree, and when we walked around in the living room, the tree that that mean teacher, the prejudice teacher had given me, it was on, and my mama had decorated, and she put a red skirt on it, and she put it on the table. Y'all, it was just so like, it was like we had a real fucking Christmas. Bruh, let me tell you something. We went back to school. When we went back to school, y'all, I remember I said I was embarrassed about the candy canes. So what I had did was I seen a little box. I didn't even know what it was, but I saw a little box about this big under the Christmas tree that was wrapped. I grabbed it because I was not going to school with them candy canes, which I should have went. And I just took 2 gifts. I took the candy canes, and I took the box. I didn't even know what was in it. Because I just didn't want to be embarrassed that I had gave, like a cheap gift. But like the girl that ended up with the candy canes, when she opened it, she was so happy because she was like, that even worked out. Like my mama made a way when it wasn't no way, because them candy canes weren't 50 cents, but they were really big. They were like this big, bigger than the Chico sticks, if y'all remember Chico sticks back in the day. And it had a little bow. She was happy because her parents didn't let her eat candy. And that made me feel good because I was embarrassed about it. But the girl that got the gift, because they just picked numbers and they picked gifts. And the other person that got the gifts, the other gift, it was a little Mickey Mouse radio about that big. So, and I didn't even, it was red. But anyway, long story short, when me and my brother came around that corner and saw them damn kid gifts, Dustin Jeray was like, holy shit, we got gifts, we having a Christmas. And don't get me wrong, we used to get stuff for Christmas, but it was the Salvation Army stuff. Like my mama would sign up for the Salvation, I don't know if it was the Salvation Army or the Toys for Tots. My mama used to sign up for that every year. So we already pretty much knew what we was gonna be getting. So it wasn't like we just woke up every year and did not have gifts. It's just that as when we got to a certain age, you know, that didn't do it no more, you know. So we just had food and we just fellowship and chill and my mom and them got drunk with our family. But Miss Guffin, that lady showed up for me as long as I was into. I remember when my mama had to leave and me and my brother was kind of on our own, and she had, I don't know how, but like me and my brother didn't know what the fuck we was gonna do. I used to get money. Like in my teens, I used to get fucking money. But I was a minor, so it's a lot of stuff that I could not do. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't move like I wanted to move because I was a minor. And out of nowhere, Junior showed up at my sister's house. He said, hey, I saw Miss Guffin in the store. She said, call her, and we called her. And when I called Miss Guffin, she said, what you need? Now, I'm gonna be honest. I thought she was gonna call social service on us and tell her that like these 2 kids is out and they ain't got no supervision. She just said, what you need? I said, well, we trying to move into this little house, this little cool little house out in the middle of nowhere. And she said, I said, we just got it, because like the guy that rented the house to us, we just got our auntie to go down there and do the paperwork. My name was on the paperwork, but my age was different. Like she filled out the paperwork, she showed her ID, but she put all my name on the paperwork. So I had a house at like 16. Like I had my own crib at 16. And so 16, 17, me and my brother was on our own, and all Miss Guffin said, what you need? I said, I need a refrigerator, a washer, and a dryer. She said, you got some money to get it? I said, yeah. She said, whatever you don't have, I got it. And so I gave her the money I had. And the next thing I know, I had a washer and dryer. Now, she kind of like, she went and got my auntie to get it for me. But and my auntie, I ain't trying to talk shit about my auntie, but my auntie was a fucking scammer. Like, when I realized how she fucking scammed us, like, because my Miss Guffin was supposed to get us something new, but my auntie went and got us something used and she kept the money. But I mean, I digress. She dead now. May she rest in shit. No offense. Anyway, no ill will of the dead. I mean, but anyway, but I just want to tell y'all, there like, so when I talk shit, I have enough sense to know when I talk shit, I hold everybody accountable for their own actions. I have so many white counterparts, white friends in my circle that is my family. So I don't, when I speak, I'm just speaking facts. I'm speaking truth in general on what I see. I don't know. I just wanted to tell y'all my Christmas story. If anybody else got like a Christmas story where they had a real Christmas and I don't know, that was just my Christmas story. And that lady, may she rest in. Andrew, I don't want to put I ain't gonna put his name, but her son, every time I see her son, it just, cause her son, his spirit is just like his mom. His spirit is just like his mom. I don't know about other people's experience with him, but when I see him and when I'm around him, his spirit, like he has the spirit of his mom. And I cry, like when I see him, like, cause like his mom was everything that was good. You know how you got those teachers, that just do it, like they just do it and they get burned out. But I can honestly say that lady, bruh, she never burned out. Like, she never burned out. She ain't never called social services on people. Like, she just be like, what you need? Like, that lady, she is the reason I love counselors and teachers today. When a mental health provider, like, and teachers, Like real teachers like her, they make the world go round. Like teachers to me, counselors, like elementary school counselors and school counselors, like the good ones, they make everything right in the world. I don't know. I just want to share my little Christmas story. Every time I think, I don't know why, it was just on my heart to share. That lady, I would die. I would die praising that lady. That lady made everything right. That's it. That's it. They ain't got nothing else to say. I just had a moment, a Christmas moment. To this day, y'all, my kids so damn spoiled when it come to Christmas. My friends be looking at me like when my kids was growing up, I am obsessed with birthdays and Christmas. My kid had every party, every Christmas. Like, it is obsessive. And my husband let me cut a food. My kids be having so many gifts up under the tree because I ain't never have it. And like my kids, they were good kids. They didn't act up. I be like, and my husband used to be so irritated with me. I'd be like, let them believe in Santa. Look, y'all, I'm Boo Ghetto. Everybody in my family, everybody in my circle call me Boo Ghetto. But when it comes to Christmas, when my kids was growing up, my husband did not. He was like, do that shit. He would always get mad at me because I was like, he'd be like, I paid for all this shit. I said, I know. I said, and they gonna know it when they get old. I said, but don't spoil this for them. Don't. I said, a child imagination, don't do it. Like, just please, just give me this. Like, just give me this. And he let them believe. He let them believe until they didn't believe anymore. And I said, just let it come natural. And he did. And to this day, he said, I'm glad you let me do that. Because we allowed them kids to be kids. I just want to put that out. I just want to share that with the world. My little Christmas story. Every Christmas wasn't bad, you know. And I actually had a Christmas where I believe in Christmas. I ain't gonna say I believe in Santa, because I knew it was Miss Guffin that made that shit happen. But I believed. I believe in God. I believe in Christmas, and I believe. And to this day, that Christmas is the reason why my kids get the fuck. I could be broke, but they gonna get a Christmas out of this world. They have always got the Christmas, the best Christmas. So yeah. You guys, if ain't nobody ever told you that they love you, I love you. Okay. My sisters, my queens, I love you. Y'all have a Merry Christmas.